It's buffering. All right, you guys, welcome to the show. This is We Got Problems. I'm Curtis G. Martin. I have Rhonda Wrights Official
Hey, everybody.
and also have Trash Vegan.
Hey, how y'all doing?
And we got a special guest tonight, Dazzle Daniels. Dazzle, why don't you let the people know what you
Listen,
do?
so the best way to explain what I do is being a consultant. But to sum it up, I basically am able to help people get wherever they're trying to go through the experiences that I have, whether it be business, life, cryptocurrency. I have a lot of skill sets that I have gathered over the years, and I allow that to help me help other people.
So I know you're big on cryptocurrency. So what for our listeners, a lot of people don't really know what cryptocurrency is. What is cryptocurrency?
So cryptocurrency is digital money. That's the best way I can explain it. Just like when you're using your credit or debit cards, how the transactions are basically on a ledger. Nobody really uses cash anymore these days. So that's how you could think about cryptocurrency. Everything is um, recorded on a ledger. You don't have to physically hold the currency in your hand to be able to have the checks and balances of what's going with it.
And so with this cryptocurrency, I got familiar with it probably about a year ago, maybe, and I'm kind of trying to get into it. And I had to get a wallet. So when people think of wallets, you think of a leather wallet you're gonna put in your pocket.
So no, so you have when it comes to cryptocurrency, you do need a wallet like you do with traditional currency to hold your money, but you want to be able to hold it in a wallet that you have the privacy keys to. So it's a password that you get that's either 12 to 24 words, and you have to write it down manually. As a safety precaution, you never ever want to save that password digitally, like a screenshot or email it to yourself. You never want to do that because it's going to make yourself more prone to hacks. And if someone hacked your email or any of your electronic devices, they could find that phrase and hack into your wallet.
Yeah, I
So
think I got mine somewhere on the
different
picture.
wallets hold different coins. You have, just different varieties that you're allowed to hold depending on the wallet that you have. I like MetaMask as far as when it comes to all things Ethereum, which is a different cryptocurrency. A lot of things are actually built on that cryptocurrency. It makes a lot of things in this decentralized space go around. It's kind of like having a Windows or Linux. Ethereum's like Windows. Everybody got it. And they're building all their cryptocurrency projects on it. So yeah, you do need a wallet. And that's definitely my advice when it comes to having a wallet is never ever store it digitally and write it down in three places. Um, whether you want to keep that in your safe deposit box, a safe, or whatnot. Don't just have one written copy of your passwords because anything could happen to that physical item, meaning it can be damaged. So you definitely want to have a backup, but you never want to store it digitally.
All right, and
Okay.
so you teach this as well, right? Sorry about that, Trash.
Mhm.
No, I was just about to, just really light us up where we can find her because Dazzle is like filled with so much information, and she's really, really a special guest because she is a teacher. A lot of people don't teach. Some people know information, but Dazzle actually teaches this and she knows her stuff. And she can really enlighten a lot of people who are really new to this space and really are curious to this space and don't really know how to get in. She's someone who can usher them in and just give them a safe space to go and make sure they don't bust their heads their first time around because she's been in it and she's always going to be first to everything as far as digital anything. She's like one of the heavyweights that we have out here in our world, in our community, and she's actually teaching it to the people. So, just what I mean. What you think would be the best way for someone to go about it, as far as getting at you and getting information on how to learn what you do?
So you could go to whatdazzdo.club and it pretty much has a good variety of the things that I teach on there. That's my Linktree page. So that's the easiest way. It has my social media on there, different courses that I have, and definitely the classes that I teach.
Definitely. That's what I'm looking for.
And I mean, that's even why I started,
That's what I'm looking for. How can people find you?
which,
That's it. That's what I was looking
yeah. So
for.
it's
How
what
can
Daz
people
do.
find you?
Oh yeah, whatdazzdo.club. And then that has all of my classes and courses on it. Um, and just like as far as like getting started and the things that you need to know, that's what made me start teaching, because nobody told me nothing. They just left me out here to swim or drown, and I had to figure out how to swim. When I actually got started in the cryptocurrency, I was actually, my first exposure to cryptocurrency was a scam coin. It wasn't even Bitcoin. So it's a coin that's like not even real, because you can build contracts or whatever that do that. So I had, like, my first investment was $500. I didn't know nothing about how to research if a coin was even real. And one of the ways that you can research if it is real or if it has is by going to coinmarketcap.com. So nobody taught me about that, because if I would have even had just that information of starting at coinmarketcap.com, I would have seen that this currency was not there.
Wow, that's interesting.
It was not existed. I would have seen it was a faux coin. And there were a lot of faux coins that used to come out back in the day. They didn't interact with the traditional blockchain. You know, they were not really cryptocurrency. They were like virtual currency that you get in these video games. There was no purpose outside of its own platform. And that's what happened to me. So I was like, well, dang. So then I was scared to touch everything, because I didn't know if it was going to be a scam or not. But so then I just learned how to start acquiring it for free, because I'm like, okay, I'm not willing to risk any more of my money just yet, but I still think this might be something that I might need to, pay attention to. So I started able to have strategies or plans for people to be able to accumulate it and be able to minimize the risk as far as what happened to me. And one of the easiest ways that I found to do so was blockchain social media. Um, that's one of the easiest ways, because we're all used to using social media. Is decentralized, and the normal habits and actions that we do on traditional social media, you get cryptocurrency for. So being able to research and acquire are my two strengths, I guess, when it comes to this, that I like to be able to teach other people, and what made me want to be able to start teaching, because I came in getting scammed.
Look, you got Curtis reaching to take notes already.
Yeah, I'm taking notes. But so you said with that one scam coin, I would think that if it's one scam coin, then it might be a whole lot of them, because I see that it's hundreds and hundreds of coins. So how much percentage would you think those are fake, or we shouldn't touch? Or what's some of the
There's
best
a
coins?
good percentage, because there's actually over 17,000 different cryptocurrencies at this time.
Wow.
And so, like, even when I teach, like, I teach people to stay in the top 100 coins, um, especially if you're a beginner, because there's over 17,000 different options, right now. So how do you know who's the good guy, who's the bad guy, what you should pay attention to? Usually the stronger projects are in the top 100 coins. And when I say the top 100, I mean it on coinmarketcap.com. The top 100 coins that are listed there are usually the more stronger embedded projects that you could deal with. Even when it comes to, I do a dollar cost averaging method that I call the 10 down, which leverages the top 100 coins. You go to coinmarketcap.com, and this is like on the investor side. We're not talking about trading. This is just about, consistently dollar cost averaging over time. And so I go to CoinMarketCap and I look for the coins that are at least 10% down, that are in the top 100. And those are the coins that I accumulate. Now, does it have to be exactly 10% down? No. I've been doing this method since about 2017, 2018, and it's between 8 and 12%. So if they're in the top 100 coins and they're 8 to 12% down, that's actually a good buy as far as when it comes to dollar cost averaging in. And that's really worked the best for me in my entire career. Just
That
simply
makes
dollar
sense.
cost averaging.
Yeah, that really makes sense because if you think about it, most of them go back up, right? I've seen them take dips and then I see them come back up. And then if you go with that 8 to 12%, then you kind of still right there where the stock market goes, right? Like at least 10% winning.
Mhm.
And then we knowing that it's going to go up in the future. So as a beginner, you said you had those
And
classes on
that's
your
why
website,
the top 100.
the
Mhm.
top 100. So,
So,
so
mhm,
no,
because
go ahead. I'm
you know
sorry.
they're going to go right back up. So, with it using that message, the method with the top 100 coins is because there's a greater chance of it going up. And when I say going up, I mean like in 1 to 3 days. Because I'm an intraday trader, so usually my trades take between 1 and 3 days. If I'm trading. But as far as it just to even be 10% up, you're looking at about 1 to 3 days. And that it typically happens with the top 100 coins because they have a steady volume and they have steady behaviors because they're more solid, stable projects.
So what class? You said you had several classes. So what would be the best class for the people listening to get in to get started?
So actually, like if I think it would be our beginner classes. That's actually in our Facebook group. So if you look up Intro to Cryptopreneurs, that's the group. We actually do a free class in there on Monday and Tuesday mornings, where we actually teach the getting started, how to send and receive, the beginning stages of staking, which is just like it's like when you have stocks that pay you dividends. That's what staking does for us in cryptocurrency. We agree to pull our coins out of circulation, and when we do so, we're rewarded, payments of that cryptocurrency, which is like dividends. So
Oh, wow.
that's what we teach in that group, which is our beginner group. Like I said, it's just the beginning stages, learning how to research, use CoinMarketCap, sending, receiving, and beginner staking.
And maybe I missed that price. Did you say that was free on Mondays and Tuesdays?
Yeah, that's free. Yeah.
Wow.
So we have that class on Mondays and Tuesdays, and then we have a free class that's the last Sunday of every month. We've been doing that for about a year now. And so you can look up Cryptopreneurs online on YouTube, and you can see the previous classes that we've had. Um, and so, yeah, that's definitely a good class. If it's something like you really want to dive into, you have to kind of like wait till the end of the month, beginning of next month, because we only do enrollment at the beginning of the month. And we
Oh,
open that up for about a week and a half. hmm that's just so that like we don't have people coming in the beginning, in the middle of the month and trying to, get everybody acclimated on the curriculum. It's just easier for us to have an enrollment week where we can just focus in on the students. So we do that from the 1st to the 7th of every month. We do take new students, and we do that on 3 different levels. 4 if you count gaming. So we have our beginner stages, intermediate, and advanced, and then gaming. So we actually have a whole section in curriculum dedicated to finding games and playing games. We even have kids. We actually getting ready to open up a gaming center in Houston where children can actually come and play games to be able to earn money after school.
and so you say that's Monday and Tuesdays every week, but you want to sign up in the beginning of the month, and then every Sunday, the last Sunday of the month.
No, so Mondays and Tuesdays, that's now in the Intro to Cryptopreneurs Facebook group. So you just
Uh-huh.
look up the Intro to Cryptopreneurs Facebook group. That's now. You can join that at any time. We have
Okay.
tons of videos in there, and we have the beginner class on Mondays and Tuesdays. We actually do enrollment for our beginner, intermediate, and advanced in gaming the 1st to the 7th of the month. And then we hold the free class the last Sunday of every month,
Wow, that's
like a
cool.
big master class.
So I know too with cryptocurrency now. What's with the NFT? I know we kind of briefly spoke a couple of nights ago about NFTs. So you teach NFT as well, and what is NFT?
So an NFT is a non-fungible token. It is a digital asset that can't be broken, um, altered, or duplicated. Basically, as my mom says, I don't know if it's wittable.
Yeah,
I
no,
love
that's
that
all
one.
good.
So it's like a digital certificate of authenticity. Um, and it's really big. Like NFTs are really ushering us into Web3. They're what's opening the doors into the metaverse and allowing us to be able to have ownership. um, and I really, really love NFTs because of the freedom and the ownership that it actually gives artists. I'm a creative. I've been a creative all my life, and usually before the NFTs, it was a starving artist type of scenario all the time. Now you're able to monetize your art and your craft in a phenomenal way through NFTs, which are like putting your pieces of artwork onto the blockchain. It's saying that this is mine, this is an original piece of work, I'm the creator, and this is its value. Now, let's say I had a picture and I'm an artist and I'm like, I want to turn my art into an NFT, and I upload it into the blockchain, right? And so now my picture's there, and I say maybe I have 8 copies available to sell. I'm gonna do 8 prints. Some people do one-on-ones. That's not something I personally suggest doing. And the reason is because when you have an NFT and it is resold, just like um, think about if the Mona Lisa was resold. Every time that painting is being resold or is only traded, that that artist's estate is not receiving royalties for each transaction. With an NFT, every single time that your art or your creation is resold, you get lifetime royalties. That's the first difference. So you actually really own it. And that's why it's really powerful with music. Majority of artists don't own their masters. They don't own the music they sing.
Yeah, we see
Releasing
we
it
see a
this
lot
way
of that.
first. Yeah, releasing it this way first definitely helps. And that's one thing that I do help is artists to be able to transition their music to the blockchain so that they can have ownership and have those lifetime, royalties going wherever they want from their art being sold. No middleman needed.
All right, Dad, you do everything that's like really into the metaverse. You do everything that's crypto. Like your brain, like your spectrum kind of goes across the whole playing field. So, like, what do you really fancy? Like, what's really exciting to you right now? What do you really have your hands in that you're playing with and you're enjoying the most, and you're really excited knowing that this is going to be what's next, what everyone's going to have to be a part of? What do you think is like the some of the hotter things that are coming up in your world right now? Talk to us about it.
So when it comes to the NFTs, like a lot of people are more so on the flipping end, and that's cool. Um, I'm a creator. I'm a creative. I always want to make my own version of anything. I don't care what it is. If I knew how to make my own version of the internet, I would. um, so definitely that's somewhere that I'm at heavy as far as the NFT creation part and learning just different ways that I can make NFTs. So that whether that's building metaverse properties, so I have some clients that I'm building properties for. Whether it's designing metaverse wearables like items that your avatar can wear because I'm a fashion designer. I don't know if you can see it now. Got a little hoodie on. My
Yep,
BYOB
yep, yep.
hoodie, be your own bank. um, but I've been sewing since I was little, so that is something that I have a passion for. And fashion design in the metaverse is going to be big. So I have my hands definitely in that. My blockchain social media, because now there are platforms that you can actually make NFTs from your content straight from the platform. What? So definitely want to do that because a lot of these
They don't know
platforms.
about it. They don't know about it until you said it. Don't nobody know about it until you talk about it. So this is all new information to us. Please believe this is news. Go ahead, talk your talk.
So I'm like a heavy advocate for blockchain social media because these traditional platforms monetize off of everything that we do and give us nothing. We pay to play, basically.
How
Um,
would talk
it's a
about that? How would we be developing that? What's the word on that? Blockchain social media. How do we get onto that?
So, like you can reach out to me. I have a book about it. I have lists of different sites. I have videos on different platforms because there's a lot of different platforms. Just like there's regular social. I want to say about 32 profiles altogether, including traditional and cryptocurrency. Yeah,
I have a
have
hard
two
time keeping
assistants
track of
that are
them.
amazing.
I have.
Yes, I actually have a formula in the system for the way that I do most things. And so if you have a formula in the system, then you can delegate that onto someone else, which is amazing because I have two amazing assistants and I'm able to provide them content and they go through the posting rotation and it keeps everything right. So it's just like figuring out which ones you like the best or that you can monetize more on just like any other platform. But I like it because for one, when have you ever got paid for liking a post?
Not a never.
That's what I'm saying. So that's one
Not
reason.
not a drop, a gas, nothing.
You know how many YouTube videos I've had to watch? Like I have a major in YouTube and a minor in Bing.
There we go.
All the research I've had to go through for YouTube University, you know what I'm saying? So every time I watch videos now, I'm compensated. And a lot of YouTubers they have their stuff connected to blockchain social media. A lot of your favorite YouTubers are already on blockchain social media because they can actually just connect their accounts and sync them. So when they post one place, it uploads to the second place. So that is a way that I do it. Even when you think about Google. A lot of people don't know that Google feeds you curated results based on your online habits. You're not getting unbiased results when you search on Google. So I use Presearch. Presearch is a decentralized search engine. And so every time I make a search query, it actually shuffles up what I've asked so that they don't know I'm the person that asked, so that I don't get curated results and I get unbiased results. And every single time that I do that, I get 0.25 of a Presearch token. How many Google searches have you made this year?
Wow. So you telling me they actually pay you to go search for information on the blockchain and they're giving you cryptocurrency? I don't think they heard you when you just said all the research you're doing, you're getting paid for in cryptocurrency because of where you search for it. Oh my God.
So do you teach this in your
See,
class?
you're
Yes,
gonna keep
I
on
get
blowing my
paid
head up over here.
literally earn and learn.
No, that's
And I
good.
mean, that's just something I teach for free. Like that is like based like information I think we need because there's another portion to that's not just the Presearch. So I use Presearch and I use Brave browser, both of those together because Brave browser actually cuts down on the cookies. Again, we're talking about traditional versus cryptocurrency. So traditionally we're using like Chrome and they put so much cookies, they sell you up the river quick. They're like, oh, $1, here they go. This is what they do all day. So Brave cuts down. I didn't even know a lot of sites that I use have motion detectors. How I'm not on your camera. Why does my bank have a motion detector on my camera though? Brave let me know that and blocked it. There's like this site is trying to use motion detectors or sensors. Wow. I was like, oh no. So there's a lot of things that are running in the backgrounds of these sites that we don't even know, so that is one of the reasons why I love Brave, because it knocks a lot of that stuff out, which helps my browser to be able to run faster. But when we use traditional social media, I mean, not traditional social media, but when we're using like Google, our traditional browsers, again, you're going to see ads and stuff through there, but you don't get anything from it. You can say, okay, Brave, I'm gonna let you send me 5 ads an hour, and they'll compensate you basic attention tokens for the advertisements that they send through your browser. So not only is it doing privacy blocking, if you want to turn on the rewards, you actually will be compensated in basic attention tokens. So those two are an easy way to start earning immediately. You can download the Brave browser and you can add the Presearch extension, use those two every day.
And do that Brave browser work on PC and Mac or iOS devices and Androids?
So I know it works on Android. As far as the Mac, I don't have a Mac. I'm not a Mac person. I'm not an Apple person. But I want to say I think they do, because we do have some Mac users. But don't quote me on that. I don't even be looking for the specs on Macs and iPhones like I should, because I just like I just like things that don't have a lot of barriers, and they have a lot of barriers and are incompatible with a lot of stuff, especially when it comes into the crypto space. So I just don't like to be limited from the devices that I'm using. So I actually don't keep up with the compatibility, but I would think it is, because I mean it's just it's a browser.
Yeah, you gave us so much information to where like I got so many questions. I know we got limited time, but I saw Tory Lanez sold like 1 million copies of his album. You talked about the artists is going over there with their albums, and I know Meek Mill is talking about dropping his next album on the blockchain as well. But Tory Lanez made $1 million in like 37 seconds, 57 seconds, and he said he broke the code. So when he said he broke the code, he get paid off of every time those guys sell that album if they decide to sell it.
Yes, he does.
Wow, that's
For
interesting.
life.
Well,
It's
so
not even for life. It's like forever. So if that wallet will receive that payment, if he wants to pass that down to his children, that will always be receiving payment to eternity.
so it's automatic from the blockchain. He don't have to go searching for some type of residuals to get his check. It automatically comes to him.
It's built into the smart contract. That's why I love NFT smart contracts in general. Like, okay, so there's 2 different types of NFT. Well, there's a couple of different types of NFTs. You really want an ERC 721. If you have one of those, you can actually leverage your NFT. So we're talking about creation, but there's also leverage, because you can loan against your NFTs, put them up for collateral and loan against them, and then make another investment, and then pay it back. So you don't even have to sell. And that's like really what we teach and what we do as far as the cryptopreneur community. We teach you how to leverage your assets. We don't sell. We will leverage, borrow against our assets, but we're not selling, because building your bank and building your wealth, it's just like when you have people selling grandma's house. That's what it is. When you sell your crypto, you don't have to sell it, but you could still use it.
Mm-hmm.
I just use my assets to get more assets. I can have $1,000, lock it up. They'll give me interest to take out a loan against myself. So I'm gonna just let that interest pay the loan back, and I'm gonna take those coins and put it into another investment. So I just got a free double up.
So I saw you did something with your tennis shoes that you created. You turned those into an NFT, and then they buy the shoes and they get an NFT as well. Now, can they sell that NFT and then they keep the shoes, or they just sell the NFT?
Yep. Nope, they can sell the NFT and keep the shoes. So when you initially get the NFT, it comes with the redeemable. So there's only a certain amount left. Once they've all been redeemed, that's just it. That's all. But the NFT can be sold again for life. That's the same as far as with the watches that we have come out. We have some watches that are coming out. You guys are one of the first people to know. That will actually earn interest.
So how about your shoes? Are your shoes going to be able to be worn by other avatars?
So we're working on developing our whole crypto soul line into the metaverse, because we do have shoes that are not just NFTs. We actually have a whole cryptocurrency lifestyle brand. So we have clothes and home essentials and things like that. So we didn't want to just limit it to the blockchain, but yes, we definitely have a fashion line for the metaverse coming out, and I'm excited about that because, like I said, I've been a fashion designer for a long time, and it's way easier to design clothes digitally than sewing. Like I sew, I'm a seamstress, I sew, so that is way quicker. It's so much easier for me to put a line of fashion creations into the metaverse than having to source fabric. You then having to sew all of them in bulk, or find somebody else who could help me sew them. And get enough in inventory that I can even sell them. Like that's a whole grueling process in itself. Just to be able to just a few clicks, be able to put it into the metaverse, changing the game. Like the metaverse makes things so much easier. And when I mean easier, I mean to get into. The barrier of entry is like crazy. It's cheaper. Like I can't buy a house for $40, but I've bought digital land for $40. That's worth like $14,000 now. You know, I can't buy a house for $900, but I've bought digital land for $900. Then it's worth $10,000. Like those, that's what I mean. It's easier to get into than anything else that I've seen. It's easier to build a store and put your products for sale, or even put your friends' products, everybody's products for sale in your store in the metaverse than it is to build a traditional store and have to worry about all that overhead and insurances.
So with the metaverse, is the land gonna run out inside of there, or they just create more space?
I don't think the land is going to run out because you have multiple metaverses. Like Sandbox is a platform, VR is another platform, Super World is another platform. There's so many metaverses coming out. It's going to be, you know, they're going to have to weed and see each other out.
So
I
it's
don't think
almost like
there's
being
going to
in different
be
worlds.
a run out. Yeah, like being in different countries.
Wow, that's interesting too.
So with the NFTs, let's say I wanted to do like one of my paintings as an NFT. Would that be something easy to do? Or is it
Yeah,
complicated
so
process?
and I would actually, no, it's not. The complicated process that is like the part everybody leaves out when it comes to NFTs and them being successful is the marketing. They don't tell you that you need to have your marketing campaigns, your social media and everything set up just like you do a traditional business and a traditional product. That's like what the key is to a successful NFT. You see these NFTs selling, it's because the marketing behind it is banging. They had a marketing plan. They're building the community around the NFT. So no, it's not hard because it is as simple as uploading a piece into the blockchain. Like literally, like you would upload a picture to your profile, you know, your profile picture. It is that simple. It is the getting it to sell, and the getting it to sell is to be able to prep your audience to be able to participate in NFTs. So some
is it
people have
like
it easier because that's
is it like you have to do like a professional picture of the item?
No, so I like my shoes are an artistic interpretation of the shoe. I couldn't just put a picture of the shoe and like, okay, I have my own shoe line, but it was just, you know, a digital representation of the shoe, my artistic expression of the shoe. So I wouldn't just be like, okay, this is just like a picture of it, because like I have a friend who tokenized like a Louis bag, and they just took a picture of the bag and uploaded it with the serial number or whatever. So that's like, yeah, because you can do that. You can tokenize your physical items. You can tokenize anything. You know, you have people tokenizing real houses, turn them into NFTs. So the NFT is just about the digital representation of the item. So if you're having a physical item, you could just take a picture of it and upload it. You could put some glitz and glam on it, like make it move, because a lot of people like moving NFTs now. The ones that are still don't really do as much. So that's one thing. Like I would at least put like a shimmer to the picture, but it's not hard. It's definitely not hard. There's different apps like you can like what's it? I think it's called Scan. I think it's called PDF Scanner, if I'm not mistaken. But there's an app that you can put on your phone, take a picture of your physical painting, and you immediately have it as a JPEG. Then you upload that as your NFT.
Okay.
Wow, some of the info you giving, like you answering questions as I'm thinking of them, right? That's kind of cool. But because I was thinking about, like, I see all these still pictures, and I was like, man, no, it needs to be 3D and turning, right? Like that's where the wave going. Is that what you think?
Yeah, the wave is definitely going for pictures that move. So the file format is a GIF most places. Some places you can do video, but they are larger files. So most people will have the unlockable content. and have the GIF as the profile or the front picture because it's a smaller file. So that's just, changing the file format that you save it in. But yeah, a lot of people like, that 3D look or motion is definitely a thing. Also, like I said, I like to do redeemables. That is my thing. That's my thing. That's how I get my NFTs to sell. I sold over 1,000 of my first NFT, and that was because it had a redeemable. I do not think I would have been as successful as a new NFT artist if there wasn't something tangible that you got with the NFT. And a lot of people are doing, I don't care. I always say right now, first one to the blockchain wins. Check the record. I'm the first one to do it. No,
Yeah,
I'm
no,
the
that's
first one to
good.
do the shoes.
I'm the
That's like
first. Go ahead,
there's
soldier.
an
Go ahead,
NFT.
soldier.
There's an artist, artifact. That's the NFT artist, and they came out with shoes like right after mine. So that's like my little thing. Nope, first one to the blockchain wins. I did it first, haha. But I don't think I would have been successful without having a redeemable, especially with being a new artist. This market is really saturated now. You got an NFT popping up every 6 minutes, literally. Everybody like, oh, let me cash in. So what makes your NFT different? You have to put some use case behind it versus just, being a pretty picture. Or you have to present it in a way where it's art, like, have a gallery and, like, okay, this can go on your metaverse property. But really, I'm just being real. Even if you're just a traditional artist, to be able to have an interview with you, like a Zoom, like, okay, let me tell you the inspiration behind this art. That is something that you can unlock with the art piece, or it can be a signature physical that gets shipped after, because I have a redemption process that comes with my NFTs. So not every NFT that I sell is the physical item redeemed to it. Some of them they just don't. They just want the NFT, and
Oh
that's just how
wow.
it is.
Well, that's good info, Dad.
I mean,
Hey,
I'm delivering books like that now when it comes to it. So we actually
Uh-huh.
just airdropped our gaming magazine. So we came out with
Uh-huh.
the blockchain gaming magazine. It's called Hodl Games, and it's an NFT.
Uh-huh. So, like
I have a
I
whole
said,
lot.
I know you teach this, right, Daz? I didn't mean to cut you off, but I know you teach this. Like, what are some of the ways for the youth that are looking to try and get into this field? And how do you usher in the next generation behind you? Like I heard Nike had applied for all their like image like, so all the Jordans and everything, they put a patent on all of their stuff. How does this work as far as patents and moving forward with all of these big major companies trying to get into a space? And how does that play out for you? Because now these big companies don't know what you know, right? So in order for them to get their stuff into the metaverse, how do you play a part, and how is that a lane? Where's the lane at to bring some youth in to kind of get their money up? You know?
Definitely on the creation side to have that skill set. There are so many people that I know that own land and can't build on it, or just want to have an NFT crafted and don't know how to, or don't want to. There's some people who know how and just like, no, I'll pay you to do it. So that's where it is. Like if you look up, they have like it's a thing. It's called a meta architect. Look at that. They're already starting to hire for people to build in these metaverses. So that is your kid got what's it called, Minecraft, learning how to build on there. Um, a lot of these games like Sandbox has an actual builder attached to it, and they have a fund that you can just download and apply to be a part of it. So a lot of these platforms actually have like grants for creators, because that's what's lacking. There's not enough of us who actually know how to build. There's a lot of us who know how to buy and flip them, but there's very few of us who actually can build these things. And that's what I suggest, is getting the skill set to build, getting the skill set to make an NFT, to make a digital creation, to do meta construction. Like that's it.
So with what you do, right, Dad? Like I heard you really on something else that you do. I don't know how much you want to share on our podcast, but I know some of the stuff you do in some of these gaming worlds, right? So how do we try and get the youth into that? How would they go about getting into that? Just starting to on some of these games, starting to own some properties and some things on these games. How do we teach our kids that? Because that's what I'm really big on, pouring into the community and the youth
So
and trying to get them on it.
definitely learning how to build, like I said. So I said about the Minecraft, right? Well, there's an
Mhm.
actual blockchain game that we have that you connect it to Minecraft. So you need a Minecraft account and they're
Mhm.
linked together. So that's why I was saying, like, games that they're playing, being able to actually build on them. That's definitely a help. A lot of these games actually have the instructions how to create your own experience and make your own video game. So that is one of the best ways to start. Would be the gaming metaverses, basically, because they let you get in there, play, and learn how to build, and they don't charge you nothing to learn how to build. There's a lot of these games, these play to earn games, that you can start playing for free and earning. You're earning NFTs, which are assets. That, like I said, I was talking about the 721s, and the 721s can be used as collateral. If you go to NFT5, so NFT.fi, like if you go there, you can put your NFTs up for collateral and get a loan against it. That's yeah. So gaming, yes, is big for on the kid end. There's games on the grown-up end. Gaming is just easy to get into because they play you to earn. And a lot of these things you can get into for free, and it'll cost you just time. Can you get there faster? Yeah, if you purchase things, of course. And I like it because they give you ownership of portions of the game. How many of these other video games give you ownership in the game? None.
Not a one. Not a one.
Some of them even have what's called governance tokens. So if you own a governance token, you have a say, you get a vote in the proposals that's happening with that project. And not all of them have governance coins, but there are some that have them. And then that means you get to, let your voice be heard when they put up a proposal for a change for that project. But yeah, it's so easier. Like I had got a piece of land in a video game for like $45 and it's already earning residuals. I like that because a lot of these lands that you get come paying you already. You just earn it for holding.
So what are you doing with
They
your
have
land
like
in those
different
games?
variations. Hmm?
Okay. What are you doing with your land in those games? Like, how do you like? Are you building on it, and that's what the kids are actually playing on land that you build on, or this just there and they pay you to have it?
So some of it I can build on, some of it I can't, just hold. And for people mining on it or walking across it, I earn.
Oh wow.
So it's a both.
So you said something about that Minecraft,
Like
and
literally,
it perked my ears up because my daughter been showing me houses she built on Minecraft, and they look good.
and that's definitely a skill set that people are going to need to be able to build because they have games that have partnerships with Minecraft and it works exactly the same. You have to connect your Minecraft account that are on the Wax platform. So when it comes to just getting started in easy entry into just this whole space of the NFTs and the game side, Wax, the Wax wallet, the Wax platform is the best. Like you can start getting passive income for 40 cents. You can buy
And
an NFT for 40 cents that start making you passive income.
you teach this in your classes as well?
Mhm.
Oh wow.
We just actually did a master class on this, our gaming for profit master class, and we're actually turning that into an NFT next year. So I'm excited about that. It's going to be the whole 5 video series. But I actually teach this. We actually have a kids class that we do the last Saturday of every month. Um, that the junior gamers come in and that they're learning a different game and they do the group play and different things like that. So that's pretty cool because it's a way to be inclusive too. To be able to pull the whole family in and generate wealth. You really get paid to play.
I
You're
was
gonna
just
have
thinking that
Curtis
too.
stalking your
But yeah,
inbox.
No, I was just you saw it. I was just thinking that too because I would rather do that than to do movie night, right? Movie night
Hmm.
is a waste of time, but I did watch that movie you told me to watch, Ready Player One. We actually watched it again tonight, me and my daughter. Like we watched it twice. I'm probably gonna watch it again just because it just expands my mind when I'm watching it and watching what's going on. So like what something I do now is every time I'm around somebody, I bring up cryptocurrency. I bring up NFTs so they can feed me information and things I know to go research or look at. But it's been working, so I'm definitely gonna tap in with you.
well, yeah, I definitely suggest that like beginner level, and it's been my most profitable platform for those. When it comes to NFTs, my second set of NFTs. My second set of NFTs, the shoes, are actually on the Wax platform. So I put them on the Wax platform because it didn't cost me anything, and that's when Ethereum's gas had went up like crazy for the fees to mint something. I was like, I'm putting it over here where it's not gonna cost, and it's gonna make it easily accessible for people to get it. And I'm like, you can stake your NFTs over there. You can stake your NFTs, and like we were talking about, get the dividends payments
Hmm.
from staking your NFTs.
So they paying for
That's what I'm
themselves while
talking
you own it.
about. To get
Yeah,
40 cent NFT and it's paying for itself. That's why I really, really love the Wax platform. Like, it's so user friendly. You don't got to know a lot of stuff to work it, and they have some really reasonable projects. And when it comes to, I just got some land for $45 on there.
that's crazy.
You try to go do that on the Ethereum bar chain, you gonna cry because the gonna be hefty.
0.001%.
And you say that's called the Wax, WAX.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Yeah,
And the coin that goes to it is Wax P. So, like I was saying, I use CoinMarketCap to do my research on the coins. You go to coinmarketcap.com, and in the search, you put Wax P, and it lets you see all the stats on that coin. And you'll see the social media sites to that platform and its actual website. So, I will say the other reason why I do that, because we're talking about like just beginners, and I told you how I got here is because I got scammed, and I want people to be able to be safe. I go to coinmarketcap.com to be able to get the website to a coin so that I'm not scammed and I don't click on a false site. I know that that's the official site for that project because people are people. You got people out here making clone sites of these projects trying to scam people. So if you want to know that that site actually goes to that project, type in the coin in CoinMarketCap and click the website from there, because then you know that you're going to the actual source. And like I said, that's how I actually pick my coins. I use all the coins I'm invested in. I like use them. That's how I know about blockchain social media. That's how I know about pre-search, because they all have their own coins as well. Pre-search token is called PRE, and that's what you earn. So when I was looking into the pre-coin, I seen what it did. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to use that. And that's how I pick most of my coins. I use them. That's how you know if it's a good coin. It has a usage. It's not just a Bitcoin clone. Bitcoin clones, oh, we're just faster processing. Bye. Everybody just faster processing. Let them tell it.
wow, that's good info.
I gotta
Because
be able to
I
use it.
heard that too.
Yeah. So I don't look for Bitcoin clones. I just look for things that have a good usage to them. And that lets me know, like, oh, I should get the coin too. Because I'll be in the platform first. I ain't gonna lie. I'll be in the platform actually utilizing the technology. I'll be like, oh yeah, let me go get the coin too.
Yeah, that's kind of like the central land.
Yeah, and see,
Like,
that coin is mana. The coin that goes to the platform is mana.
exactly.
I didn't start accumulating it till I seen it.
No, we had been doing
Man,
it for almost a year
I'm just
now, and
like, dang, I should
it
have
hit.
been more under $1.
Yeah, when they start talking about Meta and
And that's how
Facebook
we
started
like
over.
6 months to a year.
Yeah, it's been a little
And that's the
while.
thing, they just changed their name to Meta. They just changed their name to Meta, like to kind of fit in, like Square changed their name to Block, like, oh, they're so funny. They are gearing up, but that's not what their metaverse is called. It's called like I want to say it's like Horizon or something. It ain't even called Meta. But that's not going to be a metaverse. That's not built on the blockchain. That's where he's still gonna do the same thing that he's doing. He about to pimp everybody information out. Period. That's not about to be a thing. I'm not about to be over there. They about to be sending all kind of subliminal weird ass messages to people's goggles and stuff. I ain't messing with it.
So you say you're gonna be sitting there in your goggles like this, and they gonna come in. You know, Facebook got deals right now. Click on here. You got your friends on Facebook. You can join your friends on Facebook. Go ahead, slide over to Meta when you get out of here. So it's an attention grab, and that's one thing that I don't know. I heard some things about the metaverse, and it kind of shook me a little bit. Like they said, like if you lost a child or something, or one of your parents have passed on, they could kind of upload their voice and image on the metaverse, and they can have like an avatar, and you can go on and actually physically interact with them in the metaverse. Or like
ain't no way I do that. I would feel so wrong. I'm sorry, I couldn't do it. That's like
I couldn't either.
Yeah, to me, there's just some limits, and I mean, there will be people to do that, and then that's where you come to situations with the ghost in the machine, like iRobot. Like, when does that stuff take on, a form of its own, and you don't say so, because you do have to, like, we being transparent, we being real, you do have to weigh out both sides of it. Yeah, the metaverse is about to be a quadrillions of dollars, right? But you also have to look into the dangers, because now it's going to be real easy for people's brains to be manipulated in that alter reality. So you do need to, be aware of that, because that is really what it is. That's why I say I'm not getting on Facebook. The man about to be on there playing mind games with me. No. I'm barely saying, just a little bit.
So
What's
some of the equipment that you use for your metaverse surfing? Like what are the people gonna need to have an experience like to really experience the full NFTs, the creating, the building? But like you said, you're gonna be in some goggles. Tell the people what they're gonna need to actually go around in this new metaverse.
That's really what it is. You're just gonna need some VR glasses, and they have different types, different brands. The most popular one, everybody got Oculus. Some of the lands is actually easier to build on through your Oculus versus just trying to do it on your computer. Then you have some platforms like, I'm really excited about this platform called Seek, and it's also a currency, CEEK, and they have their own glasses actually that are branded to that platform. So that is going to definitely be just, the thing is just, be careful. Don't is with anything, moderation for sure.
Yeah, that's good. That's a lot of good info,
And be
man.
for whose platforms you on.
So your website is what-do.what?
Club.
Club.
What-do.club.
What do with 2 C's.
Yep. So the people can get
even as far as learning how to build your experience for your tribe, that is something I would do, because you're gonna have like a lot of influencers and just people who are, okay, I'm having my metaverse experience, and you want to be able to stay, stay up there with everybody so that you can stay relevant, because that's where it's moving to. They already have been doing it for about a year and a half to 2 years. As far as you have like celebrities like Lady Gaga and what's the name, Paris Hilton, already been in this space and being able to deliver experiences to their personal crowds. But now, just like with the glasses being more affordable, being able to craft your experience for your brand, I think is necessary. You can get land for like $10 that you can build an experience on. If you go to the OVR platform, which is Over Reality, you can get land for like $10 and build your experience with your glasses.
Okay.
And it works from your phone app.
Daz, I know you can go for hours with the amount of information you have, but I really, really, really want to stress this more than anything. Where can the people find you? We need to get all your information, all your social medias, everything. How do people get to you? How can we have people learn under your tutelage? Like, how can we get the people to you? That's what's most important to me right now, making sure we get your information out.
So my site, whatdazzle.club, WHATDAZZ. So everything I do will have two Z's. .club. And then if you want to find us on YouTube, you're going to look up Cryptopreneurs Online on YouTube, and you'll be able to find, previous classes that we've held. When I mentioned the last Sunday of the month class, if you were interested in like business, because the business building tools that I use, again, all roads lead back to cryptocurrency. So that's why, because I actually get paid Bitcoin to help people build businesses online and to build their websites. So yeah, you can look up the Business DIY Club on YouTube, and I have that class every single Sunday at 10 Eastern. It's a free class that I teach. I teach you how to build websites, how to do your email campaigns. We go over marketing strategies. So I alternate every week, with that, and those are the three best places to find me.
And that last one was business DIY.
DIY, do it yourself.
Do it yourself.
DIY.
Okay. Okay. Cool. So that's
Okay,
business do it
you have
yourself or
the
business DIY.
Instagram social media you want them to find you at that you use for your business?
I'm everywhere. There's nowhere I'm not. You can type in Daz or Dazzle Daniels, and I should Daz D or Dazzle Daniels, and I should pop up. The only place that my name is not like that is Instagram, and that's because they be jacking people's profiles. So that's why I specifically did it that way. It's Six Figure Gritter at on Instagram, the number six figure, and then Gritter with a GITTA. But that's the only one that's different. I like I said, I have 32 social media profiles. You can even Google me. Type me in Google or type me in pre-search. Pre-search. Type me in pre-search. Dazzle Dales. All my stuff pop up. My daughter told me, I seen that video you made about us, Nanny 91. How'd you see that video? I Googled you. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, no, people into Googling you. And I'm going to get
because
that
I've been
Brave
doing this for
browser.
a long time. So
I'm definitely going to get that Brave browser
it's
and use
definitely been
research.
somewhere for me.
Yep. So I don't know if you guys have any more questions for Daz, Trash.
I got a million questions, but I don't want to disrespect the Queen time. You did this on a humbug, and I know this is your day to relax, and I know this is not what you do on a regular Saturday. So, Queen, from the bottom of my heart, I really truly thank you for your time, for coming in and blessing the audience, blessing our people. Hopefully, they learned as much as I learned from you today, and I'm sure the rest of as much as my co-hosts learned from you today. Like, you're just a wealth of knowledge, and I just really hope you'll come back and bless us again when you get some time in your schedule for us.
You got any last words for Daz, Rhonda?
Thank you so much, and I will be hitting you up because I have some NFTs I want to make.
There we go. Go get that bread. Rhonda, go get that bread. Hey, Dash. Yeah, I just want to thank you too, on the behalf of the. I was going to say good business talk. We got problems where we discuss solutions to our community's issues. So we glad you came on. Like we don't think this is a problem, but we think it's a problem for the people that don't know it. So you enlighten the people, and we appreciate you. You guys remember you can get with Daz at What Daz Do. That's WHATDAZZDO.club. Y'all get with Daz, get in them courses, get in them free courses, and then go bless her with some money and get in them paid courses. I'll see you guys there.
We
All right,
accept
you guys.
cryptocurrency too.
Yes, sir. Hey, we out, and thanks for coming, Daz.
Thank you guys for having me. I really appreciate the time I'm able to share my work.
Hey, Queen, you did amazing work. We appreciate you.